What's up, Snipers? Coach MJ. Just wanted to say I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. I also want to give a little shout out to my man Frocco Hoops. He took the 33 challenge. He posted his results. He hit 11 threes in 3 minutes, getting his own rebounds. You can check my timeline if you want to watch the video. I just want to say good job, bro. Good job. That's a respectable number. I was at that number once, and I got stuck there, actually. I remember when I first started taking the 33 challenge, I could not get past about 10 or 11. And I got so frustrated. I couldn't figure out, like, I would go out and take 500 threes, and I just wasn't getting any better. And then it really hit me, wait a minute, I keep doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result. That's actually called insanity in psychology. And I was like, I'm insane. I need to learn new knowledge. And that's when I went out on this quest to figure out, like, what are the physics laws around shooting and ballistics and velocity. And I did all this crazy research because I have a technology background. And I was blown away when I learned all the physics behind shooting and started comparing it to the various shooters in the NBA. And then it got to the point where I could actually see why they weren't improving. And then I finally got this model of, like, what the perfect shot looks like. And I have that model in the book, and I basically show every part of it. And I started importing that model into my shooting, and my shooting started getting better and better. Then I was watching videos of myself, comparing myself to that model of the perfect shot over and over. I get better and better, and I went from hitting a max of like 11 or 12 threes in 3 minutes to 27. 27 is my record. 25 on video, but 27 is my record. And I got to the point where, like, every time out, I could hit like 21 or 22 on average. Now I'm a little out of practice again, so it's dipped down a little bit, but only because my cardio's dipped down and I've got a little weaker. That's the thing is, you got to keep up your cardio and you got to keep up your strength, because if those things start slipping, then your three-pointer is going to start slipping also. But my point is that no matter where your number is, you can improve it by implementing new knowledge. And that new knowledge is all in my book, The Sniper's Handbook, The 3 Laws of Basketball Shooting Power and Accuracy, Form, Mechanics, and the big one, Breakthrough Mind State. Breakthrough Mind State is huge, y'all. It's a mental game, and I teach you everything I've learned about the right breakthrough mind state you need to get your body to do what your mind knows it needs to do. So a lot of coaches, that's where they fall short. They teach you the form and mechanics, but they don't teach you the mind issues that get in the way of executing the form and mechanics. And there's a lot of different mind issues that can get in the way, like fear, even resentment, anxiety, stress, even pride and ego. A lot of stuff can get in the way, and you've got to learn how to train your mind to have a breakthrough mind state. And that's basically a mind state where you believe anything, all things are possible. And by the way, that's my jam. All things are possible for he who believes. That's Mark 9:23. All things are possible for he who believes, and I believe that fully. That means that I believe that somebody is capable of shooting 60 or 70% from the three-point line in the NBA if they employ all the correct principles and have the correct mindset. Yes, I believe somebody can come along and be an exponentially better shooter than Steph Curry, just like Steph Curry's an exponentially better shooter than the people who came before him. That's a breakthrough mind state. That's the same mind state that Steve Jobs has, that Elon Musk has, that Thomas Edison has. We could just go down the list of all these people who took something that existed and made it better. They had the thing that separates them from everyone else who just stayed where they were, is they have a breakthrough mind state. And it was that breakthrough mind state that enabled me to move from 12 three-pointers in 3 minutes, getting my own rebounds, to 27 three-pointers. And I do fully believe that somebody's going to come along and smoke my score. In fact, I'm looking forward to somebody hitting 30, which would just be amazing, because that would be 10 three-pointers per minute. That's just like an insane pace. I know somebody can do it, but here's the other reason. I mean, I'm not doing this to be like, give people bragging rights or anything like that. The 33 challenge, one of the most important parts about it is it lets you establish how good you are. You have a bar to start working against. Like, how do you know how much you need to improve if you don't know where you are right now? One of the greatest innovator coaches who ever lived, his name was Edwards Deming, said that you should always be asking yourself the question, how am I doing? How am I doing? If you want to improve, you have to keep asking yourself, how am I doing? And that's the same way if you've developed a product or app or something else that you've put out in the public. You have to constantly be asking, how is it doing? How many people are using it? How many people are using it successfully? How many errors does it have? How many defects does it have? You have to be asking these questions constantly so you can constantly improve it. If you're not asking those questions, how are you going to improve it? And again, how are you going to improve it if you don't know where it is right now? So the 33 challenge gives you an opportunity to say, okay, here's where I am. You know what I'm saying? Here's an honest assessment. Here's where I am. I took the 33 challenge 3 times and the best I could shoot was 12 3-pointers. That's your number, 12. If that's your average, you take your average of 3 or even 5 rounds. What is it? That's your number. Now you have a goal to beat that number. And that is called continuous improvement. And that's what's called a breakthrough mind state, because you're always seeking to break through whatever barrier is in front of you right now. Because every time you break through another barrier, every time you take your number from 12 3-pointers to 13 to 14 to 15, you are improving. You're getting better and better and better. But in order to get better and better and better, A, you have to have a breakthrough mind state. B, you have to have new knowledge that you keep incorporating. C, you have to keep asking, how am I doing? In shooting, there's only one way you're going to figure out how you're doing. A, by your score, your number. Is it going up or is it going down or is it staying the same? B, by watching yourself shooting on video, watching a side cross-section of you shooting, watching your form, watching your mechanics, and comparing it to the perfect form and mechanics that are in this book, that are based on the greatest shooters of all time, but more so based on the laws of physics and ballistics. All the models that I came up with for the perfect shot are based not on just watching Curry or Jordan or these other guys shooting, because again, they've never got past 40% or something. The laws of physics say you could shoot 70%. So these are all based on the laws of physics, all the models in this book. If you stick to these, you will break barriers. You will improve on current numbers like 30, 40%. You will move up to 50, 60%, maybe 70%. Who knows? Who knows how high you can go if you have a breakthrough mind state. And you're constantly getting new knowledge. You're asking, how am I doing? And you're always seeking to break your current record, to be a record breaker, I call it, to break your current record. If you're not doing that, you're not going to constantly improve. You're going to stay where you are. And so that's really, I think, one of the best parts of this book is it teaches you the whole breakthrough mind state. Again, it's by Mark Johnson. It's called The Sniper's Handbook, The 3 Laws of Basketball Shooting Power and Accuracy. It's on Amazon. I hope you pick it up. Right now, the world record is 25 by me on video. Nobody that I've seen has broken it yet. I know somebody will. I can't wait until they do. I'm excited about seeing it when it happens. But aside from me, the record is now Faraco Hoops. He's got it. It's 11. Who can beat it? The next person who beats Faraco Hoops' number of 11, post a video with hashtag 33challenge. I will send you a free copy of the book. And again, my offer stands for anybody who can beat my number, who can beat 25, then I will send you a copy of the book. I will also send you an Amazon gift certificate. I will also promote your video, and I will designate you the new 33 Challenge World Champion. Indeed. And we need like Guinness Book of World Record champion for this challenge. And you could be that person if you're willing to implement all of these principles in this book. Again, there's 3 of them: form, mechanics, and breakthrough mind state. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to be a champion? Are you ready to win? Are you ready to be victorious? Or are there still things that are holding you back? What are those things? And how can you overcome them? These are questions you're going to have to ask. These are questions that you're going to have to confront. Some of them may have to do with your personal life. And I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I'm going to tell you what, as I learned the breakthrough mind state, and I learned some of the mental barriers that I had that was preventing me from breaking my own records, I had to deal with some of those personal issues. In fact, I've kind of had to deal with all of them. And the more I've dealt with them, and the more that I've cleared my mind up and cleaned my mind up, the more I have begun to believe in possibilities and be focused on possibilities and not be focused on limitations. I've developed this possibility mindset where I think, man, I can hit 30, and I still think I can. Whereas before I'm like, I'm stuck at 12 and I'll never get past 12. I've had to learn. For now, I want to say happy Thanksgiving again, and props to Faraco Hoops. Great job. And hey, the challenge is on. The next rung of the ladder is beating his score of 11. So let's see it. You think you can do it? Do it. Show and prove. God bless y'all. Break through.